Hey, it's Domain Dave, Cheap Wine Finder. Another podcast for a wine review we did on the cheapwinefinder.com website. This is we're rechecking on one we did, about a year and a half ago, maybe a year ago. And it was the Motif Red Hills Lake County Cabernet Sauvignon 2022. It was a 2020 vision we did back then. And this is a $4.99 wine from Trader Joe's. It's exclusive to Trader Joe's, but when it's sold in areas that Trader Joe's or countries that Trader Joe's doesn't cover, this is a wine that's between $10 and $15. So the $4.99 wine is just kind of a bargain at Trader Joe's. It's 80% Cabernet Sauvignon, 10% Malbec, 10% Petit Verdot. Those are all Bordeaux-approved grapes, even though we're talking about Lake County and Red Hills. Lake County is just north. It borders Napa Valley, Napa County AVA. Clear Lake is up there. It's the largest lake in California. And the Red Hills is on the southern side of that lake, up in the heights. It gets pretty mountainous over there, so they have some higher growing areas. And there's a extinct volcano there, and that volcano is responsible for most of the soil. You're getting a lot of volcanic type soils there, which is actually really good. It gives minerality, and it's a weird drainage. It gives the grapes some advantages. So this is a $4.99 wine that is not only a single AVA, it's a single sub-AVA that is a stone's throw from Napa Valley. Now, it isn't Napa Valley, but it ain't that far off, and this is a $4.99 wine. The 2020 version was like, this is really good. I'm not that crazy about the 2022, or I shouldn't as crazy as about the 2020, or that one caught me by surprise. This one, I was expecting some, so we'll take a sip here. Still good. I mean, it's still a surprising wine. It still has a nice array of flavors. It's tart. It's chewy. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good for a $4.99 wine. It's a little lighter on the edges somehow, but I'm not complaining about $4.99 wine that's really good tasting. And again, this would be one of those wines that if you're having burgers, if you're having pizza, if you're having tacos, Chipotle, and you want to pull out a bottle, the label looks great. It's got there's gold and different blues and whites. It's the label puts $25 wines to shame. I mean, you would never know you're drinking a seriously inexpensive wine just by looking at it. The bottle's kind of thinner than normal, sloped shoulders. I mean, it is a nice package. I think Precision Wine is the company made it. They make a lot of wines that are sold at Trader Joe's and Costco. They're kind of the new. There was a time like a decade ago where Bronco Wines made everything. Now every time you pick up a wine, it might be Precision. They do a really good job. They're out of Napa Valley. Yeah, it's got blueberries, it's got chocolate, it's got a touch of minerality. It's either spice or minerality in it, and it's kind of interesting. And they got some dusty tannins. It's got more details on a wine that you'd expect for this price range. I mean, it drinks like anything twice to 3 times the price. Though, like I said, I remember the 2020 vintage better, but that's how wines go, but not to the point where this is a lesser wine by any chance. It's a great $4.99 wine. Looks good. It's sippable. It goes well with food. well made, $4.99. It's like one of those things. How do you complain about a $4.99 wine you like to drink? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. You can't complain, so it's obviously a good wine then. So I'm gonna take one more sip and close it up. Yeah, as it opens up, it even gets rounder and fuller. It's one of those wines you want to open up. Sometimes they say, like the inexpensive ones, you don't have to wait for it to open up, but no, you need that to be at its peak. So that's it for me, Domain Dave, cheapwinefighter.com. Like us where you like your podcasts. We got more wines coming. It's September. There'll be some new wines coming. We're doing repeats and stuff lately just because there's not a lot going on. But there will be, so bear with us. There's always good wine to be had. So adios, keep it cheap, and I'll be talking to you. Adios, bye-bye.